And now, What's My Line? Brought to you by Stop at Spray Deodorant. Poof, there goes perspiration. Poof Deodorant Body Powder, the body powder you spray. Finesse Shampoo, the new flowing cream shampoo. All in the first truly functional cosmetic containers, far easier to use. All created by Dr. Jules Montagnier, the famous cosmetic chemist. Time now to enjoy What's My Line?
And now let's meet our What's My Line panel of well-known personalities whose lines you already know. First, the popular columnist whose voice of Broadway appears in the New York Journal-American and papers coast to coast, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
And on my left, the noted publisher and author of the new bestseller, Good for a Laugh, Mr. Bennett Cerf.
Thank you, Dorothy. Gosh, how they love you down in Louisville, Kentucky. And on my left is another girl that makes every Kentucky heart beat faster, Miss Arlene Francis.
And on my left, a gentleman who has just returned from making an appearance for the Edna Gladney Foundation in Houston, Texas, Hal Hopalong Block.
Thank you, partner. And really, it's a great city and a fine cause for a wonderful woman. God bless her. And on my left happens to be my favorite news commentator. And you better be a nice fella tonight because the eyes of Texas are upon us. John Daly.
So, with what appears to be a converted Yankee on the panel, we'll say good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to What's My Line, presented by Stop It. Once again tonight, some people have been good enough to come and visit us with what we hope will be unexpected occupations for the panel. They're all here to give the panel a run for the money and carry home some prizes. We'll also have a famous guest challenger before the panel a bit later in the program, but now to start things rolling, it's time for the experts to meet our first challenger, whose job they've got to spot. So would you sign in, please? Ruth Marie Diamond. How are you? Miss or Mrs.?
Miss.
Miss Diamond. And where are you from?
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yes.
Well,
How many carats?
Oh, this is strictly 185 carats. Watch
Thank
out for the
you.
gentleman on the end of the run there, because you've got a small walk to take. Would you walk down in front of the panel for me, please?
Are you concealing anything under that glove? No, that's all right, thank you. I'll take your word.
All right, Miss Diamond, will you come over here now and sit down next to me? And on the basis of that very fine, clear handwriting and your Knoxville, Tennessee background and the short walk that you took and these lovely furs, we'll see if the panel have any clues. At this point, we give them one free guess. We'll begin the free guesses with Miss Kilgallen.
I think she models sweaters.
Model sweaters, Mr. Cerf.
I think she dances in the classical ballet.
Dances in the classical ballet, Miss Francis.
I think she runs a club for servicemen.
Mr. Block.
I think a diamond is a guy's best friend.
That may be true, but nobody has it right, so we'll let our viewers at home have a further look at Miss Diamond. At the same time, we'll tell them what her line is. But the panel's got to dig. Well, now we'll see what they can do about finding out what your line is. Panel, we'll give you one last bit of help as always, but first, Miss Diamond, you know what the rules are. I think you know the game. Every no answer will cost the panel $5. We'll keep the record up here. 10 no's, and you've won the game. Miss Diamond is salaried. With that, we'll begin the general questioning with Arlene Francis.
Do you work for a profit-making organization, Miss Diamond?
No, I don't.
That's what I was afraid of. I just asked that question the wrong way.
That makes it 1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Block.
If this is a diamond, I wish you'd give me a ring. Then do you work for a government organization? A
Yes.
branch of the government? Is it a branch of the local government?
That would be 2 down
Well,
and
thanks
8
a
to
heap.
go. Miss Kilgallen.
Do you work for a branch of the federal government?
Yes.
Do you work somewhere other than Washington, D.C.?
Yes.
Do you work for, let's see what branch it would be. Well, do you deal with any product? in your work?
That would be 3 down and 7 to go. All right, Mr. Seth?
Well, Miss Diamond, I know the greatest thing the government's done in Tennessee is the TVA. Have you got anything whatever to do with the Tennessee Valley Authority?
The Tennessee Valley Authority, Bennett?
No.
That would be 4 down and 6 to go. All right, Miss Francis.
Does Miss Diamond ever wear any kind of a uniform other than what Miss Diamond now has on?
Yes, I do.
Would you be a member of the armed services in some manner? A wife, a wave, a whack, or any of those things?
It's a big question, isn't it?
It's really, that encompasses a lot.
Yes, it does. Well, we would have to admit there's some relationship to the armed services, yes.
Would you be in the Army?
That would be 5 down and 5 to go,
All
Mr.
right.
Block.
It'd be nice for the Army if she were. That was
Yes,
all I was thinking.
yes, I noticed it would. We might even get Block to join the Army. If that Go on, Mr. Block.
Could we have a conference?
Sure, you can have...
They want to know what's
that's
left. The
crazy.
Navy, there's
The
the Air
Marines,
Force, and
the
the
Air
Marines.
Yeah, but he didn't seem to be so happy about him being in the Army.
Well, if
you
she
can
wears
say,
a
are you
uniform...
in either one of these and mention the 3 of them? And if you get a no, then we'll go on to something else. If you get a yes, you can then reduce it to 2.
Well, I'm glad you're explaining the show to me.
All right. The consultation period is over. Go on, Mr. Block.
Is she in any of the other services?
Are you in any of the other services?
Well, yes.
She looked mighty cute in the Navy out there.
Now, that would make it...
Bye.
Down and 4 Mr. Gilgallen.
Are you a member of the Marine Corps?
I'm very proud to be a member.
Yes. If you were going to tell me now that the Marines are a part of the United States Navy, I will
They
agree with you.
certainly are.
I will agree with you in general, but I believe it was the panel that divided them into the several issues of the Army, the Navy,
Yes,
the
it's
Marine
true.
Corps, and the Air Force. In that context, you got the boom lowered on you. I must say, Miss Diamond, that you did fairly well with the prizes. We're kind of happy that you're here tonight for a very special reason. Tomorrow is the 177th anniversary of as fine a fighting corps as man's eye ever saw, the United States Marines. And we wish them all a very happy anniversary. And thank you for coming to see us. Very good to see you. Good night. All right, panel, let's see what you can do with another challenger. Will you sign in, please, ma'am?
We're loaded tonight, aren't we?
Barbie. Bobby Nierenberg, is that right? How are you? Would you, it is Miss, is it?
Yes.
Miss Nierenberg, where are you from?
Forest Hills, Long Island.
Forest Hills, Long Island. Would you be good enough to take a small trip, walk down in front of the panel for me? Watch out for Mr. Block.
I may just keep walking along. Just
All right. Miss
5'9" stocking feet.
5'9" stocking feet. Will you bring all 5?
Put on your
to them
shoes and
over
say
here
hello.
with me? All right, now, Miss Nierenberg, on the basis of this walk and certain other things that the panel has been able to observe, we give them a chance to take one free guess at this point. We begin the free guesses, as usual, with Miss Kilgallen.
I think she's a concert singer.
A concert singer, Mr. Cerf.
I think she carries a spear and is the spirit of Belgium at the French casino.
Miss Francis.
I think she's a numerologist.
Mr. Block.
If she's in the Marine Corps, we got a new recruit.
Well, she isn't, so we'll let our viewers at home have a further look at Miss Nierenberg, and at the same time, we'll tell them what her line is. You know how we play the game. Panel's got to work for this. Every no answer that you can dredge out of them will cost them $5. We'll keep the record right up there. 10 no's, and you have, as usual, won the game. One last bit of help. Miss Nierenberg is salaried. With that, we'll begin the general questioning with Mr. Block.
I'd like to begin the general questioning with her. Do you deal in a product?
Yes.
Well, does this product make people happier? Is it ever found in the home?
Yes.
Well, if there were ever one of these in my home, would it ever be in the living room?
Would you
Would
say,
it ever
Mr.
be in the
Block?
living room?
If there was ever one of these in your home, would it ever be in the living room?
Yes.
Could I have more than one of these in my home? Well, when a family gets one of these for the first time, does it make them real happy?
Yes.
Well, when you know, it's hard to phrase things when you take a look at this girl. She's awfully cute. Now, do they have, in this country, when they have, oh, Christopher.
You pass, all right, Miss Kilgallen.
Is this product something that every home should have, do you think?
Let us say that it would be the fondest wish of all of us, I am sure, that every home would have one.
Would you rather have one than a great many of them?
Would you rather have one than a great many? Well, that's a very good question, as we say when we're stalling for time.
I mean, would it be more practical or economical?
I think in the category that you've drawn, we could say that yes to that.
Is this anything that consumes things?
Consumes things?
That would be, I mean, would the upkeep on this be considerable?
Would the upkeep on this be considerable? Now, I don't think the upkeep on the product would be. I think we'd have to give you a no there, Miss Dorothy. That's 1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Sir.
Miss Nuremberg, is your product, or has it ever been alive?
The product, has it been alive?
Or is it now?
No, I wouldn't say that it's alive now, and I don't think it has been. I'm 2 down and 8 to go, Miss Francis.
Is this a product that would be useful for both male and female?
Wait a minute, I got to find out more about this. The question was, would this be useful for both male and female? That would be 3 down and 7 to go. And I should have known it quickly, huh? All right, Mr. Block.
Are there homes in the United States that have a radio set and may not have one of these?
Are there homes in the United States which have radio sets and may not have one of these? Yes, I'm afraid you're right, Mr. Block.
Oh. Is there anything entertaining about this?
I don't think we should anything entertaining. That's 4 down and 6 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Is this a useful object?
Is it a useful?
Yes. Would it be likely to be found in one part of the house rather than another, if it were suitably placed?
No, I wouldn't think so. It would be about, you know. 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Sir.
Miss Nuremberg, you said it was not used by men and women. Is that not correct?
Well, she said it was.
No, it is not.
not.
They're not used by male and female.
Who else is there?
By one or the other.
It's used
The
by one of the
question
other sex. Was that not?
Yes, I think that's the
determined?
kind.
Well, let's find out which sex uses it. We always give the ladies preference. Is this used by the female sex?
Yes.
Is it in any sense worn?
Yes.
Would you put this under the category of a textile?
Yes.
In other words, then, it is worn below the neck.
Yes.
Getting into Hal Box territory.
And that's mighty fine country.
Mr. Ehrenberg, would this be visible in public?
Yes.
Does it cover a greater part of the body?
Yes.
Well, is it some kind of dress or coat?
Yes.
Now I have to find out what kind of it is. Is it worn on some special occasion?
It could be described as a special occasion, yes.
Would this be a happy occasion?
Yes.
Might it possibly be a wedding?
That would make it 6 down and 4 to go, Miss Francis.
What I had in mind...
There'll be no help from the audience.
Miss Francis, I'm going to have to give you just 1 minute more to get this. You carry on.
Well, you were so doubtful about whether men and women both would be interested in this that I'm a little nervous, but would it have anything at all to do with maternity?
Yes.
Yes.
Would it be anything to do with maternity clothes?
Yes.
Is it a maternity dress of some kind?
Yes, that's what it is. Now you have to get Miss Nierenberg's relationship to same. It's very simple.
Well, it should be very happy if she makes them.
Makes them, that would make it 7 down and 3 to go, Mr.
Did she
Block.
sell them?
sell them. We'll make it 8 down and 2 to go, Miss
Does she
Kilgallen.
wear them?
She designs them. We'll make it 9 down and 1 to go, Mr. Cerf. She models them, Mr. Cerf. That makes it 10 down and 9 to go. She buys them. Miss Nuremberg won the full prize, and she buys maternity dresses. Thanks very much for coming to visit us. It was very nice to have you in the buys. Much my life. Good night. Grand to see you. And now, in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, we will introduce our mystery guest. Now we come to the special feature of our program, the appearance of our celebrity, our big and important guest. And my friends in the panel would most certainly recognize our guest on sight. So we provided them with blindfolds. Are they all in place, panel?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, will you come in, Mystery Challenger, then, and please sign in. All right, panel. As you know, in the case of our Mystery Challenger, we get right down to the business of the evening, so we'll begin the general questioning with Mr. Bennett Cerf.
Well, judging by the reception of the audience, this is a very well-known figure. Are you in the entertainment world?
Oui.
Have you been an actor, or are you still an actor?
Oui.
Have you...
We actor.
He's on We the People.
He sounds like a very strong one, right? Have you ever done anything beside acting in the theater?
Oui, monsieur. Oui.
Have you done any writing or directing, possibly, in the theater?
Writing or
Or
directing?
directing, yes.
No. That's 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Francis.
You are a performer, or have been a performer in the theater. Have you been a performer in other mediums of entertainment as well, like the pictures or radio or television?
Oui, my chérie.
Have you, do you do something besides act? By that I mean, do you either sing or dance?
Oui.
Does that even less? Do you, are you better known in one medium than you are in another?
Writer. Suddenly changed the whole country.
We crossed the channel then in one big jump. Oh, that's
Do
a yes,
you,
Miss Francis.
Do you play parts very often in different accents, since you're so well equipped for it?
The ruling on the part of our guest is only one accent, so that's 2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Block.
Oh, well, he has one.
Well,
Find out which one. Army, Navy, or Marine Corps.
we back to that? I'm trying to get something that he'll say we about. Do you sing mainly? Hardly mainly?
No, well, actually, not now, huh? No, I don't think so, not now. 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Then I may take it that you have graduated from the lighter things and gone on to something more pretentious?
Would you give us that
Like another question?
We got left somewhere along the road. No, actually, the only thing we mean to convey there is that we have admitted that our guest does sing, but right now his principal activity is not necessarily in the field of song.
Is his principal activity in the field of acting?
Oui, my chérie.
Is your acting of a serious nature at the present time?
No.
6 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Have you appeared on the New York stage within the past year?
No.
That's 5 down and 5 to go, Miss Francis.
Well, now, if your acting is not serious at the moment, is it comedic? You would be considered a comedian? I think so.
Well, it's what you said. It's comedic. Let's face it.
Do you You did say that you were better known for one medium than another before, didn't you?
Right.
Is this medium something, since you had such a wide, responsive reaction from our audience, something like television?
Oui, oui.
Is your performance on television something that is seen often?
By what?
I mean, as opposed to, for example, Mr. Fred Allen, who only appears maybe once or twice a year. Do you appear quite often during the year?
Oui.
Do you appear regularly on any program?
Oui.
Are you a solo performer on this program? I mean, are you the star?
Try and say we to that.
No. 6 down and 4 to go, Mr. Block.
Are you a fairly young fellow?
Oui, oui.
Do you wear glasses?
You wear glasses?
Please, monsieur.
7 down and 3 to go.
This is not Robert Hugh Wee?
No, this is not. Miss Kilgallen.
Are you, do you appear on a weekly television show?
Very weakly.
Oui, oui.
Have you ever appeared on the musical stage on Broadway?
Oui, oui.
Are you very versatile as far as making noises and...
We better stop at versatile and say yes at that.
All right. Do you ever use a straight man in your act?
Does he ever use a straight man?
No.
No, I don't think there's any straight men. That's 8 down and 2 to go, Mr. Seth.
Does your program involve the use of a young lady named Imogene Coco?
Imogene Coco? Would you like to change it to, you mean Miss Coca?
Miss Coco.
Yeah, that would make it 9 down and 1 to go. That's still no. All right, Miss Arlene Francis.
Well, now, does it employ another woman?
Oui.
If it's not Imogene, another woman.
Oui.
You are starred on a program with a woman.
Oui.
And you said before that I might be right if I said you had one accent only. You are not a linguist.
Oui.
Are you speaking... No. May I assume that you are not speaking in the accent of your country, with the present accent?
Oui.
Is the young lady that you appear with one of the top-flight comedians in the country?
I think so.
I think so. I think perhaps you are maybe a Spanish-type fellow. And if you are, then you are Desi Arnaz.
Yeah, Desi This is, I think, Desi, this is one time we gave them a real rough deal. Did any one of you have any idea that he was East?
No.
Yes, I saw him last night. I have to admit, but he didn't tell me he was going to be on the program.
No, that's wonderful. Actually, very few people knew he was East.
Hereafter, be more explicit.
Yeah, how about that French accent, huh? Pretty good?
Wonderful.
Listen, I just want to tell you something, and this is the truth. Lucy and I never miss your show. Every Sunday we see it and we love it, and she's right now watching us.
Oh,
and we really think it's just wonderful.
Well, yours is great, too.
Really wonderful.
I was going to say that that is a real accolade from 2 very fine artists, because we feel the same way about your program, and it would seem, if you look at the ratings, that most of America seems to agree with us, that it's a fine program, it's honest and full of fun and full of fine acting and good people, and we want to thank you very much for coming and joining us.
It's been a great pleasure.
Lots of fun. Would you say goodbye? Folks on the panel for me? Panel, I must say that I thought everything had been given away for good and all when we had to answer that there was only one accent. Because I knew that you wouldn't take that second-year French of Desi's and think that that was the accent that he used all the
It did sound a
time.
little like Sid Caesar.
Actually, I was hoping somebody would take that bait, Bennett, and I'm real pleased with you because you did. It was very generous of you to do it. And next week at this same time, our panel of experts will be asked, "What's my line?" by this young lady. Would you know what her occupation is? Could you spot her line? Well, for the answers to these and a good many other questions, be sure to tune in again next Sunday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when once again Stop-et invites you to play What's My Line? For other localities, check your local listings for the date and time of our weekly series. Until then, this is John Daly saying good night, Dorothy.
Good night, Bennett, and where are you off to this week?
Oh, this time it's a state secret, Dorothy. Can't take you with me. Good night, Aunt Lady.
Can you take me?
Yes, I think you can.
Good night, Hal.
I may have to take you, Tenderfoot.
Oh, good heavenly days. The war will be fought all over again. Good night, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for being with us on What's My Line?
This has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production in association with the CBS Television Network.